Good afternoon, Ramya. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm doing good. Hope you are well too.
Yes. Thank you, Ramya. Ramya, you're
Thank
basically from Kolkata, West Bengal.
Yes, sir. I live in Kolkata, West
Cool,
Bengal,
cool.
right?
Okay, good. Excellent. So, Ramya, me and the team want to understand more about your profile. Can you bit elaborate your education experience, what you do, your daily task, so that me and
Yes,
team
sir.
can understand?
Sure, sir. It's a great opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Romia Bose from Kolkata, West Bengal, and I've completed my post-graduation in applied physics from Jadavpur University, which is a quite renowned university in the worldwide. I mean, in India. And then I always had interest in IT field, but somehow I joined a school back in 2017. I started there as an assistant teacher, but quite soon they appointed me and they gave me the responsibilities of managing their data, because they explored that I have this technical skills in me. So since then, I think since 2018, I've started doing this work. The school currently I'm working in, there we have almost 3,000 students, and I handle the data set of these students and their personal details, their academic details and everything. And in
Exactly.
my day-to-day life, sir, in my daily task, I am quite acquainted with SQL. I use SQL queries, join, group by, having clause, where clause, etc. to perform different tasks. And then coming to Excel also, I use MS Excels in daily basis, like to filter data, to have data validations, and then to clean the data, prepare pivot chart and pivot tables. And also, sometimes data visualization is also required. So for that, I also use some business intelligence tools like Tableau and Power BI. So where we can, have the data set in a pictorial format, in a graphical form. So it becomes very easy for the HODs, for the different my colleagues to understand and visualize the performance of the pupils. And also I have interested in programming languages. So I have also handled Python programming, and previously I had knowledge in my course days. I mean, during my MSc and graduations, I have done C++, and recently I have also explored Python programming in this field as well, in data analysis field. So yes, that's all. This is about me.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Romia, as you told that academic session, but you are managing a lot of data. Even also, as you know, you are also into, in a academic organization. We are
Yes, sir.
into edutech company. We're looking
Yes, sir.
candidate like you, those who have knowledge into educational background, but should have a strong knowledge on technical. So
Yes, sir.
exactly same whatever expecting your profile is matching to us. So let's see how we will do in going forward in technical things. Do you have knowledge
Yes,
on Microsoft database SQL, correct?
yes, sir. I have done my work in MS SQL
Okay.
Server.
So what is data?
Data, you can say data is everything and data is everywhere. So whenever we collect any fact about any particular object, that becomes our data. But that data will become an information when you have the complete set of facts. So this is data. So we can say data is everything.
Okay. What is the
Whatever we can
difference
say.
between data and information?
Yes, data is just a fact about an object, and information is the meaningful data about that
Mhm.
object. So suppose if I say if I say a pen, the pen will be a data. But if I say the color of the pen is red, so that becomes an information about that particular pen.
Pen, exactly.
So,
How will define insight?
yes, insight is meaningful information that we extract from a given data set to perform some specific query. If my client, my stakeholder asks me or gives me some business requirements, based on that business requirement, I have to analyze the data set and I have to come out with some meaningful information so that it helps them to earn profit in their organization. So this is what we mean by insight.
Okay. What is where clause and what are the different where clause operator you used?
So where clause is basically it is used with a select statement in SQL, and it filters the data, it filters the record based on some specific conditions given. So like when I have to from a given data set, if I have to filter any specific data, suppose I'm setting an example here. Suppose I need to get the student name who reads in class 9A. So therefore, I have to give the command like select the name, comma, the class, comma, the
To fetch
section.
the specific data you are using, where clause
Yes,
and with the help of a where clause operator, correct?
yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
What is the
And the
difference between where clause and hubbing clause?
where clause basically where clause is performed on a specific column, or we can say on a particular row, but having clause is used with only group by function. So in having clause, first we group the data based on some criteria. Then on the basis of that group, the having clause is used to filter the data. So where clause can be used in any column, but having clause has to be used on a group of data.
Do you have
This
a
is the
pen
basic.
paper with you?
Yes, sir.
Write a SQL syntax code to fetch customer list of a customer, those who have a not mobile number in that column.
Okay. Let
Mobile number, the
us-
column is mobile
Yes.
number, table is customer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh, from one second, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So shall I tell?
Yeah,
Select customer name, comma, mobile number from customer table where mobile number is null.
exactly. Null, yeah, we need to modify a little bit. You can think about.
If the data is not entered, then I believe that their null will appear. I mean, that particular column will be null. So in that case, we can
Okay,
use
all
is
right.
null.
Yeah, exactly. Is null.
Yes, sir,
It's
I
not.
told is
Yeah.
null.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mobile,
Okay.
I
Now,
told it before.
okay.
Mobile number is null.
Then correct. Then correct. Okay. So what is the difference between union and union all?
Union basically combines two or more tables, and it will fetch the common records. But in union all the records from both the tables will be shown, will be combined. In union, only the common records will be there, will be fetched. In union all the records from both the tables will be fetched.
Okay. Could you please explain what are the things you worked in SQL most day-to-day life?
Yes, sir. In SQL, initially the personal details of the data, those are entered, and then I need to perform some cleaning on that data set, because sometimes in haste the person who enters the data, that might be wrong. So suppose I need to concat the first name, last name. If their parents name also, I need to check whether the parents name are typed correctly or not. If it is not typed correctly, then I have to do the rectifications over there. Also, we have the student ID. So I need to set the student ID based on the policy or rule that is given. So there is a set rule. Using that set rule, I set the student ID for all the students. And then I assign them their classroom, all right, and then their section. And once after every terminal exams, when their marks are released, then I need to check the entire mark list. And then if any student is absent, then for those students I need to specifically find out those students from the database who remained absent for that particular test, and I need to scale up the marks. So in that case, I need to filter a data, and then I need to update the data as well. So these are the tasks that we do using SQL.
SQL. Okay. So you are a good command in SQL, looks like.
Yes, sir, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. So in Microsoft Excel, you are telling you're building a lot of reports and dashboard for your different department, different stakeholder from your director. So what is the
Yes, sir.
difference between a report and dashboard?
Sir, in report, we give the report before even analyzing the data. So report means we'll collect the data, we'll filter the data, and whatever data set now we have, the filtered data set, that will give to the professional, and they can analyze the data on their own. But making the dashboard means I have already filtered the data, I have already analyzed the data, prepared a dashboard, I mean prepared different visualizations, and put all the different visualizations together on a particular interface, and that is what we call as dashboard.
How to interactive that interface?
Yeah. So in Excel, we can use this pivot chart and the slicers. So
Yes.
using the slicers and connecting the slicers with different charts, we can make the dashboard interactive.
Okay. What is the difference between CSV and Excel file?
CSV file is comma separated value, so there is no particular data structure. We can say it is unstructured data, and Excel file is a structured data, the example of structured data where the records are saved in a tabular form. But in CSV, it is not saved in a tabular form. It is saved using commas.
What is the difference between pivot table and pivot chart?
Pivot table is a summarized set of data. When we have a large data sets, and then to summarize the data set into a single table, we prepare a pivot table where we get to see different attributes and the required measurements. Now, when we have to see the same thing visually, then we need to insert pivot charts. So based on that pivot table, we insert the pivot chart. So the same thing we can see now visually. So it will be a pictorial representation of the pivot table.
Okay, nice. So do you have a knowledge on business intelligence tool?
Yes, sir, sure. I have this knowledge in Tableau and somewhat in Power BI also. But Power BI I have used, I mean, not that much, but yeah, I've used it.
Okay. How Tableau is compared to different from other BI tool?
Tableau can handle big data. So, and also Tableau is very fast. It is 10 to 100 times faster than any solution present nowadays. And also it can take the data from different sources, various sources. It has almost 70 plus, there are almost 70 plus sources with what Tableau can connect. And also it is a very user-friendly software where anyone can use it without any hesitation, and most importantly, it can prepare a very good looking and smart dashboards. So these are the advantages of Tableau compared to any other visualization tool that we have right now.
Okay. What is the SQL Custom Code?
Yes, in Tableau, when we connect the Tableau to SQL to represent some data visually, then sometimes it is not possible to fetch the entire data from the SQL database. So over there, we can write down, suppose I want to take some particular data set from the given database system. So I can write down there some specific queries of SQL queries in Tableau, and only that, based on that specific query, that data set will be fetched or will be loaded to the Tableau interface.
Okay. What are the different sources you are connecting into Tableau till now?
I have connected Tableau with Microsoft Excel, SQL, and Google Clouds. Yes, all these.
Okay. So tell me, in Tableau, there is four major section. I'll define that four major section in Tableau.
In Tableau, first we have the section of data source, where we import the data from various data sources. Then we have this. Data visualization, where we can visualize the data. We have this over there. We have dimension and measures. Using those, we can prepare some good-looking visualizations. And then we have. Sorry, I told it wrong. This is the part of sheet. all right, where we can make different visualization. And then we have this dashboard column, dashboard area, where we can combine all the visualization what we have created into a single sheet. And then we have this storytelling part where we can interpret and take out some meaningful insights from our visualization, and we can present it in front of the stakeholder or the clients. So these are the different 4 areas.
Okay. Why we call it a smart dashboard in Tableau?
Because the dashboard is pretty much interactive. Using different filters, we can have the interaction between different visualizations that we have created in the dashboard. And also it is extremely visually, it is extremely appealing. So therefore we call it as smart dashboard. And also there's another advantage, we can share it very quickly with any stakeholder or any client if you want.
Okay. What are the different Tableau filter till now used?
Tableau filters I have used like in mark cards I have used tooltip, then details, and then we have used tooltip, details, and we have this color, size, labels, etc.
Okay. So coming to this Python, how much you'll rate yourself in SQL out of 10?
Sir, in SQL I can rate myself 9 out of 10.
Excel?
Excel also 9 out of 10.
And a Tableau?
Tableau 8.5.
Okay. And coming to Python, tell me, what are the different libraries till now used in your work?
I've used pandas, numpys, and matplotlib.
Okay. What is a tuples in Python?
Tuples are, we can say, a structure where we can store the data. Tuples are structure in Pythons where we can store the data in a format, in a given format, particular format.
Okay. And which library you are using for a data visualization?
Matplotlib.
Okay.
NumPy and Matplotlib.
So you also know any writing exposure into machine learning?
Yes, sir. I had a project where I had hands-on have done machine learning part.
Okay. Okay. So if you coming to this data warehousing part, you are using data warehousing or database?
So right now in my current job profile, I'm using database.
Database. And what is the difference between database and data warehousing?
Database management system is a system where we collect and store the data and access and manipulate it, but it's a small amount of data. But coming to data warehouse, it handles a huge amount of current and historical data as well. If we compare this to terminology, then we can say data warehouse is a giant database. But right now in my current work profile, I'm not using this giant database. I'm using a small database related to my company only. So, yeah.
Okay. Are you using any ETL data engineering tool for your current project?
Yes, sir. ETL tool I'm using.
Which ETL tool are you using?
I'm using this SQL, MS SQL, and Microsoft SQL Server and Excel.
Okay. Okay. So in this project, you are telling ETL data management project. Can you elaborate what is the ETL data management project?
Yes. So here I have collected this data from the internal source only, and then I uploaded the data. First, I have gone through the data primarily through Excel, and if any kind of visually, if any kind of inconsistency was noticed, then I cleaned the data. and then I imported the data to SQL. And over there also another process of another level of cleansing was done. And after that, my HODs, my different educators, they gave me different queries. So based on their queries, I wrote the SQL queries to get the required data, required details. And yeah, so this is how I have done this extraction from the database, from the internal data source, and then transformation is being done by doing the cleansing. And then final database, after cleansing and transformation, I have loaded that final database into different Microsoft Excel files, and I have sent and shared it to my HODs or the stakeholders.
Whom you are reporting?
I'm reporting to my HODs. I am in touch with different head of the different departments.
Okay, the
and
data
also the
department
management.
head. Okay.
Yes, data.
Okay. Okay. What is the biggest failure in your life and how you overcome?
My biggest failure is in the year 2016 when I passed this post-graduation. Then I had a immense intention and immense, interest to come to IT field, but that time somehow I could not. So I was there I joined this edutech company, but over there I was working as a teacher. But later on, I got the opportunity to work as a data associate. But I believe that I wasted that, not wasted, I won't say wasted, but if I would have joined in a core IT company in that year only, so I think my growth would have been more in this field.
Okay.
But right now I am trying to overcome it, because I'm trying to switch into core IT companies by switching my job.
Why I need to hire you?
There are several points about me. First of all, I'm extremely keen to learn new things, and I'm a very quick learner. And second is I'm a very I'm a team. I work in a team always. I had been working in a team, so I'm a very good team member. And also, I can manage people. Sometimes I worked as a leader too, and in a team. And my cognitive skills are excellent. And also, I have a very calm and poised personality, so I can work excellently under pressure and under deadlines.
Give a scenario like you overcome the challenges while managing the data, a lot of data in your current company. How you overcome the challenges?
So yeah, this happened in my current job profile, that within 2 or 3 days I had to prepare some reports. Okay, so I worked that time I worked almost 10 to 12 hours to prepare it, and it was based on the ICSE and ISC results of the company that I work in. So, and then after preparing this report, after preparing this entire data visualization, I prepared the report, and I had to share it with the customers, like the customers of our company. So this is a scenario where I believe that I worked excellently.
Okay. How do you see yourself from 5 years now?
I see myself as in some senior position, handling some important portfolio in your company.
Nice. Excellent, Ramya. So, do you have any question for us?
I have only one question: from when can I join your team and your company?
When you are available for a team launch before joining, you are available?
Sure, sir. Anytime.
Okay, so this is our first time. I around take 10,000 candidate interview. Yeah, it's the first time before selection. I'm also inviting you. You can join for team lunch. We
It's a
are
pleasure.
planning to meet in Great, I think your area, that Great Lake or something. The place is there.
Yes, sir.
We are planning to meet in that place. We are a team are going to for lunch. We'll invite you.
But when is this
Okay.
going to take place, sir?
Yeah, it means we are clear from our side. We are going to, onboarding process will start. The HR will take care. They will take maybe 1 month based on your notice period. But before
Definitely.
that, we'll meet you personally for our team launch. Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a nice,
Thank you so
good day.
much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good day, you too. Thank you.